You already know what I'm about to tell you. And you've read the title. But you got to get out of your own way. I know. It's not easy. But you reject yourself before anyone else has the opportunity to. What I mean is that by keeping yourself isolated and comfortable and safe, you already rejected yourself to the possibility of being loved. You're choosing to stay in a comfortable situation where there is no risk, there is no reward except the certainty that you won't get hurt. Yet, protecting yourself that way only puts you in a position where you can see that there are some possibilities ahead, there are some options ahead of you, but you are in your own way. You're protecting yourself to the point where there is no other outcome possible than the one you've been experiencing up until this point. And you know, I can understand that rejection really hurts. There are studies saying that when we experience rejection, we activate the same parts of our body as when we feel physical pain. And if we've experienced a lot of rejection in our life, we might feel like we've had enough. And that is certainly a valid way to feel about it. And if you still feel this way, and if it still feels hard, you can stay in that comfort zone. But when that comfort zone starts to bring pain and regrets and intrusive thoughts, rumination, and unfulfilled desires, that's when you gotta get out of your own way. You already rejected yourself by not giving yourself the chance to experience life to its fullest when it comes to hardships. It is one after the other. And every time we think that we are done, that we've learned, that we've changed, you know what's coming. There's more. And you rejected your own capacity to deal with hardships, to deal with uncertainty, and to deal with the challenges of life by putting yourself in the way and believing that it might be better to give up. It might be better to never try again. It might be better to avoid feeling pain, avoid feeling hurt, avoid feeling rejection. But is that true? Does anything great in life comes from comfort? That's true. There are some great things that come from comfort. Feeling maybe more vulnerable, being more open to share. And so, yeah, feeling comfortable is a great thing in certain settings, like in a conversation or when you're spending time with someone, because you are actively creating the space for you and someone else. So it is great. But when it comes to you, in your intimacy, you with your life, you wanting to date, you wanting to make friends, you wanting to reach a certain goal, you can't remain on your way. If you protect yourself too much, you'll stop growing. You'll stop evolving. Because you'll be really focused on maintaining, containing, and refraining. And it's already hard to voice our concern and our insecurities to people around you. Sometimes we feel like we are at the end of the rope and we fail to mention that to other people. We are afraid of their reaction. We are afraid of their perception of us. If I tell my boss that I'm on the verge of a breakdown and a burnout, will they think less of me? If I go to someone and they don't like me and they reject me, will I be able to survive? Will I be able to keep going? If I tell my friend that I don't really feel like going to that specific place, will they still want to hang out with me? And you see how you are in your way. In every of these examples, it always comes down to your perception of yourself in relation to someone else. Give people the chance to have their own perception of you without it changing how you feel about yourself. Deep down, you must believe that you deserve to explore what life has to offer, and you must decide to walk in your purpose knowing that it's going to be hard. If you crave a relationship but you never give yourself the chance to even meet other people, then are you rooting for your happiness? And why do you keep putting yourself in the way? Trust life. Remove the burden on your shoulders. Your perception of yourself is not the perception of other people about you. And if that was the case, how boring would life be, as you would already have all the answers, and it would be rather easy for you to navigate every situation since you can predict everyone so well because they have the exact same perspective of you as you have of yourself. Life isn't simple, we make it simple. And for that to happen, you must get out of your way. I know there's many things that you want to do. And there's many things you know you are capable of doing deep down. But sometimes we've been in our own way for so long that it just feels comfortable and it feels like it is what it is. I can accept that. I can live with that. At least I don't suffer more. You've been through so much. You know you're capable of overcoming obstacles and overcoming challenges. Yes, you'll continue to get hurt, but the pain is going to be worth it. And when you understand why you are walking on that specific way, then you'll keep going and you'll stop restraining yourself at one point and getting in your own way. You won't freeze at any obstacle because you know that there is something meant for you at the end of this. And this is not to make you feel bad, as it is never too late to pick yourself back up and enjoy the ride again. You can change at any time and any point. But you must understand why you are changing. And no matter why you stopped on your own way and you decided to block yourself there, before moving forward, it is important that you understand what made you feel so powerless. And how will you be ready to deal with it again? As the greater version of you lays ahead and after all of these challenging times. After all, getting yourself out of your own way means not only trusting in your abilities to do things, but it is also requiring you to trust life, to walk with every of your decisions. Life is not going to punish you, but it is going to work with you. And you gotta do your part of the work. You gotta keep moving forward, even in these moments where it feels so hard. Because the best rewards lay right after these hardships. And you gotta give yourself a chance at falling on your face, feeling embarrassed, feeling afraid, feeling pain, to get to the rewards that come right after. Take a deep breath in. You don't have to feel certain. You don't have to feel ready. You just have to trust your physical abilities to do what needs to be done and your mental abilities to recover no matter what. If your why is big enough, then every obstacle your way will be worth it. And you don't have to trust my words. You just have to try it yourself and see. And in the meantime, no matter what if it doesn't feel good, then it is not the end. And if things feel complicated right now, it doesn't mean that they always will be. Learn to let go and get out of your own way, as you know deep down how powerful you are.